Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. 慎独自省 is today's expression. Okay, 慎独 means you have to take caution when you are alone. And 自省 means you need to reflect on yourself. So we as a thinking being need to constantly caution ourselves, even if especially, I guess, especially when we're alone, meaning there's no societal pressure to insist we behave in a certain way, that we don't need to comply with expectations from outside. That's when we're alone. The decisions we make, how we think, that's the moment you need to be cautious. Okay, so if we think about in today's machine learning, because I recently just reread it, 慎独 is unsupervised learning. So learning about yourself, it's like learning when you're unsupervised. There's nobody else is watching you. You are alone. So that's a 慎独. 自省 is you be the supervisor of yourself, like supervise yourself. You then check how yourself is learning and reflect on almost like a internal iterative loop of your learning on something on your own. So supervise, you be your own supervisor learning it. Okay. So caution is made of the heart. Heart in Chinese not only represent emotional activities of ourselves, but also cognitive occasionally as well. In this case, it's cognitive. It's a heart. So caution means you put your attention in there. Therefore, you have the heart in there. And the right side means truth. Okay, truth itself is kind of difficult to go through because there are at least 4 parts of it. But okay, let's start from this ground truth, eyeballs. And the top is abbreviation or trunk of the number 10. It got into a kind of distorted into the knife symbol. I don't know why, but sometimes over history, when people copy how things are written down, they got their own stylized way, and eventually we kind of got a fuzzy view of something. But here, a regional view would be 10 eyeballs looking at the ground truth. So it's like a multi-perspective, checking on something, looking at the same thing. And then there's 2 dangling legs, like you're practicing what you see. So in the right side, together, it means truth or truth seeking. That's how Chinese think about how we can find out the truth, because each of us are biased. We look at things from our own perspective. We have our own contextual lens to look at things. It may not be the full truth or understanding of things. Therefore, we put 10 eyeballs on to check the same thing. So everybody have their own input. Hopefully by, I guess 10 means many. It doesn't necessarily mean 10. So it's almost like a societal, then agreed upon truth. It becomes the common truth there. And then you practice based on that. So that's the Chinese truth seeking. And that truth seeking, put a heart next to it, means you're aware of this truth seeking efforts, which is a public or 10 eyeballs, starting from 10, like almost always you individually cannot trust yourself to get down to the truth. You have to have, even like in the most truth seeking area, which is academic, when they do research and publish things, there will be peer review. That means somebody else is checking. So it's not a pair of eyeballs looking at it, right? So we cannot fully trust ourselves because of our bias embedded in there and our motivations, the human stuff in there. So Chinese put the caution concept with the heart, like how with our mental activity, processing things, with truth seeking as a reminder of we're part of this truth seeking process, but you yourself have to caution yourself that what you see may not be the full truth. Okay, a little bit lengthy. Okay, 读 came from a dog symbol plus this 蜀. 蜀 is the southwest part of China, highly humid, highly densely populated, but also got lots of bugs. So over here is the bug symbol, the worm symbol, and the right side is a bug symbol. So it's a bug and a worm rich zone in China. And eventually people use that character, that feature from that region to mark the regional name, 蜀. So the dog, okay, which is dog ear, nozzle, the body, the legs, streamlined, simplified, that's a dog symbol. The dog came from that highly humid, bug worm rich land, had the behavior pattern of it's going to be aggressive to other dogs. It's not friendly dog. It cannot cohabit with other dogs at all. Therefore, it has to be raised alone, kept alone. Therefore, that dog from that place becomes a symbol of what it means to be alone. Like you simply cannot coexist with other dogs. Okay. 慎独 means you have to be very cautious at what you see. Of your recognize, I mean, it's metacognitive, right? You recognize when you're cognizing something, you have to modify, supervise, take caution of your own cognition, especially when you're alone, meaning you don't have 10 pairs of other eyeballs to watch the same ground truth along with you. So when you're looking at something, you got to be cautious. I mean, that's such a wisdom, right? And ancient time already have such an expression in the making of this character, what it means to be caution of yourself, basically, and especially when you're alone. Okay, 自省, 自 is simply the zoom in of our nose bridge and two nostrils verticalized to save space, and draw a circle around there means the whole area, which is your face. So we have the perimeter, we have the center of the circle. Just using two parameters define the circle of the sphere of our face. And that's human, I mean, Chinese self-referral, which is pointing to your center point of your brain function. I guess that's self-referral. And xing means reflect, which is eyeball again. And this twiggly thing supposed to be the eyebrow. So eyebrow next to eyeball, and looking at the plant, this trident thing means growing. Why it's reflect? My interpretation is you are observing, again, we have the eyeball symbol, even if it has this eyebrow in it, it's observing something, right? When you're observing, you keep in mind that things are growing. It's not static. You have to look at things from developmental perspective. And that's the way to reflect. Right? So I have to say, Chinese, when you look deep into the component of the character, really share a lot of light on how this ancient language already captured our human behavior in so many ways that is highly relatable even to today, 2024. So 慎独自省 is a Chinese way to say you need to supervise yourself, especially when you're alone. You're not really you see the reflection of yourself, but it's only one angle. You don't see a side profile view, back view, top view, bottom view. There's so many ways to view just yourself. So when you're reflecting on yourself, you need to take caution of that. Especially you have one voice in your head. That's supervise yourself. 慎独自省. Thank you for your time. See you another day.